Avec une... Avec une... Avec une... Avec une... Avec une... Avec une... Avec une...
And I think I like it.
Watch as Sunoiler takes it nice and easy on this outlap. It's not just about warming up the tyres, it's about getting into that mental pit lane, tuning into the race mindset.
For sure, Rob. They're calibrating everything a Euro. The brakes, the steering, the throttle response. It's a crucial part of laying down the groundwork for a successful practice session.
avec une avec une avec une avec une
So, for those tuning in and wondering what's the go with these practice sessions, well, it ain't just about flexing their engines. It's about synergy, mate. Getting the driver, the car, and the track to sing in harmony.
Couldn't have put it better. We liken it to rehearsing a dance. Every step, every turn must be practiced until it's second nature on the big stage.
Eddie G is rolling out for the first sniff of the track. It's all about feeling the car, the tarmac, and getting the mind in the zone.
Absolutely, Rob. The out lap is like the opening chapter of the book A Euro, sets the tone for the whole story. They'll be checking how the car is responding, getting a real feel for the conditions today at Spa OSRW 1.13.
And off goes Smells Like We, easing into the rhythm of Spa OSRW 1.13. This lap is like the first sip of your morning coffee, waking up the senses, priming the engines.
Yeah, it's about syncing up with the machine, getting that perfect harmony between driver and car. It's like a prelude to a symphony that's about to unfold on the track.
And there's Megasaurus 55, easing out onto Spa OSRW 1.13. It's like the first step on a long hike, finding your footing before you hit full stride.
Right, and every racer knows this out lap is precious. It's their first handshake with the track today, feeling out its mood and temperament.
Oi, these practices aren't just a walkabout in the park. It's here that races are often won or lost.
Absolutely. Back home in North Carolina, we emphasize the setup. A few tweaks during practice can lead to major gains on race day.
Mate, sometimes I reckon the pit wall looks like they're controlling a spaceship with all those dials and knobs.
You're not wrong. Each of those adjustments, from brake bias to differential settings, has a profound effect on car behavior. It's like tuning a guitar, but instead of strings, you're tweaking mechanical symphonies to get the car singing just right on the track.
There goes Smells Like We, on their first dance with Spa OSRW 1.13. Every bend, every straight is a chance to learn, to adapt.
Yep, and it's about syncing with the car too, making sure everything's in harmony. It's like tuning an instrument before a big concert.
Sunoiler's first serious lap is in the books with a time of 5:23.582. Good effort, but I'm expecting them to really push the envelope in the next few laps.
Yeah, it's about building that momentum, Rob. Fine-tuning their approach with each turn, each lap, getting more out of the car and themselves.
Smells Like We is on the out lap, not just warming up the tires, but also warming up their instincts, getting that racer's intuition dialed in.
True that. They're getting the feel of the track, the car, the conditions. It's all about setting the stage for what's to come.
Alright, Sunoiler has put down a 5:23.582. It's a decent benchmark, but I reckon there's more juice to squeeze out of that radical state route free.
For sure, Rob, it's early days. They're just starting to sync up with the track. We'll likely see those times tumble as they dial in.
Look at Puppy Dog from Hell taking it nice and easy, a smart move. Like a chess player contemplating the opening move, they're planning several steps ahead.
Spot on. They're mentally mapping each corner, each straight. It's not just about the car, it's about strategy and foresight.
With just 6 minutes left before we move to qualification, there is not long left for these drivers to finish their preparations. Hey Hal, you reckon these drivers ever get tired of going round and round during practice?
Well, Rob, repetition is the key. Every lap gives you data, insights, and an edge over the competition.
Ever heard the pit crew chat about wheel camber? Sounds like a dance move, but trust me, it's all car talk.
Haha, yeah, camber is the angle of the wheel relative to the road. A bit of negative camber, where the top of the tire leans inwards, can give more grip in the corners. But too much and you're looking at premature wear on the inside of the tire. It's a balancing act, and each track requires its own setting.
You know, mate, watching these practice sessions, you'd think the driver just jumps in and goes. But there's a heck of a lot more to it, starting with that aero package, the balance between drag and downforce.
Oh, for sure, you tweak the front wing just a smidge, and you could have a totally different beast on your hands. Depending on the track, they might want more downforce for those tight corners or reduce it for the long straights to maximize speed.
And away goes Eddie G, charging down Les Coombs like a bull at a gate. This lap's where they set the tone for the session.
Indeed, Rob, it's about laying down a marker, seeing how the car responds when they dial everything up to 11. They're testing the waters, but also setting their own benchmarks.
There's the first flying lap for Sunoiler, hitting 2:44.510. It's a start, but they'll be looking to iron out those kinks as they get more laps under their belt.
Right on, Rob. It's early in the session, so there's plenty of time to experiment and find those extra tenths of a second.
Eddie G is on their first practice flying lap. Megasaurus 55 has a best lap time of 2:38.761. Eddie G has a best lap time of 2:35.171. Megasaurus 55's first flyer is a solid start, clocking in at 2:38.761. They're getting a feel for the track, but there's room to shave off a few more seconds.
Absolutely, Rob. It's all about finding those little tweaks, adjusting the line here, braking a tad later there. Every lap is a learning curve.
Eddie G posted a 2:36.306 on their last lap. How will they do on this one? Alright, Megasaurus 55 has put down a 2:36.876. It's a decent benchmark, but I reckon there's more juice to squeeze out of that radical state route free.
For sure, Rob. It's early days. They're just starting to sync up with the track. We'll likely see those times tumble as they dial in.
Smells like we is getting to grips with the radical state route 3 in this practice session. Megasaurus 55's first serious lap is in the books with a time of 2:36.876. Good effort, but I'm expecting them to really push the envelope in the next few laps.
Yeah, it's about building that momentum, Rob. Fine-tuning their approach with each turn, each lap, getting more out of the car and themselves.
There's no mucking around for smells like we're Euro, straight down to business on this first flyer. They'll be keen to see what times they can clock in early on.
Yeah, and it's not just about speed. It's about rhythm, finding that flow around Spa OSRW 1.13. Getting into that groove early can set the pace for the whole session.
Megasaurus 55 crosses the line with their first flyer, clocking a 2:45.609. They're getting to grips with Spa OSRW 1.13, feeling out its quirks and corners.
It's like the first round of a chess match, Rob. They're making their opening moves, setting up for the later, faster laps where they'll really show their hand.
Just 2 minutes left before we move to qualification. There is not long left for these drivers to finish their preparations. Smells Like We has a best lap time of 2:48.782.
Ouais, apparemment. Pour l'instant, en tout cas, très bien, évidemment. Voici l'équipe WRT, on est prêt également avec cette voiture numéro 30.
Get ready for some high-octane action as the drivers take on the challenge of qualifying at Spa OSRW 1.13.
The pressure is on to set the fastest lap times, and the tension in the air is palpable.
What a sublime effort by Mr. Bang in qualifying. They have taken charge of the session, holding the top position with authority. Their consistency and skill have been unmatched so far, and they are positioning themselves for a favourable starting position.
You're absolutely right, Rob. Mr. Bang has been absolutely exceptional in this qualifying session. Their performance is a testament to their skill and determination.
Impressive display by Eddie G, currently sitting in position 2. They've set a competitive time, but the question remains whether they can push even harder to secure a better starting position.
I completely agree, Rob. Eddie G has positioned themselves impressively in second. However, it's crucial for them to keep pushing to potentially improve their starting position.
What an impressive performance from Mr. Bang. They are currently leading the pack in this qualification session, showing incredible pace and skill. It's a commanding position for them, and they have set the bar high for their competitors. Eddie G has positioned themselves well in third during qualifying. The challenge now is to assess their competitors and strategize how to move up the order for a better race start.
I couldn't agree more, Rob. Eddie G has done a fantastic job to claim third. The challenge now is to convert this opportunity into a strong race result.
A solid performance from Smells Like We as they currently hold position 3. However, with the session coming to a close, they'll need to find that extra bit of speed if they want to move up the grid. What a performance from Eddie G. They currently occupy third on the grid. Can they maintain this strong position and secure a favourable starting spot? A dominant display by Smells Like We in this qualifying session. They have put in a stunning lap time and find themselves at the top of the leaderboard. The other drivers will have their work cut out to match their speed and claim that pole position. You've joined us on a breezy day here at Spa OSRW 1.13 as we're getting ready to get things underway. Starting from the second position on the grid, we have Eddie G.
Let's see what Eddie G can do.
In third place, we have Mr. Bang.
Could we see a podium result from Mr. Bang?
On the fourth grid slot, we have Sunoiler.
Big things expected for Sunoiler today.
Coming in at fifth, we have Puppy Dog from Hell. Starting from the sixth position, Jack M team will need to navigate through the field to challenge for the win.
Puppy Dog from Hell isn't going to make it easy to get through the pack.
Sitting in seventh is Megasaurus 55. Smells Like We will be feeling confident starting from pole position. Such alacrity, the race has unfurled. This initial gambit is where strategies will either flourish or falter.
It's pedal to the metal, but with finesse. It's a wild dance out there, and these drivers better be light on their feet or they'll find themselves out of step.
It's brilliant to see such a full grid here today. The stewards will be hoping that there aren't too many incidents for them to pick over when the dust settles on this one.
Well, butter my cornbread. Smells like Wee's playing it cool and steady. Maybe they're just enjoying the beautiful Spa Francorchamps here at Spa OSRW 1.13. Can't blame them.
As we watch the drivers fight it out in the first lap, I can already feel that this is going to be an epic race. Bit of a cruisy start for Puppy Dog from Hell, just filling out the track at Spa OSRW 1.13. You know, like a dingo sussing out the lay of the land.
I am so excited at the prospects for this race. I can't wait to see the drama unfold.
drivers get this race underway, let me give a shout out to the admin team at Assetto Corsa Friends for making this all possible. Heroes one and all. Now, isn't that a sight? Sunwiller hanging tight at 4. Maybe they're waiting for everyone else to make their move. Smart as a whip, that one. Hold on to your hats. Jack M team is gunning for Puppy Dog from Hell. Reckon we might see some cheeky moves on the next bend?
This is what makes motor racing so exciting. The tension is high and the stakes are even higher. Who will take home the victory? It's too close to call.
Puppy Dog from Hell wants to close the gap with Jack M team.
Can they make it past without taking the paint off?
This is what racing is all about. Two fierce competitors pushing each other to the limit. Hang on, as Sunwiller just played their wild card. They're lounging at 4th now. Alright, hold your horses. Puppy Dog from Hell is really putting the heat on Jack M team. If I were Jack M team, I'd be checking those mirrors non-stop.
With the way Puppy Dog from Hell is stalking Jack M team, you'd think they're trying to figure out what they had for breakfast this morning.
The gap between Jack M team and Puppy Dog from Hell is razor thin as they vie for 6th in this nail-biting contest.
Mate, if I had $1 for every time Jack M team looked like overtaken, I'd be sipping mojitos on a beach right now.
Things are getting spicy as Puppy Dog from Hell is breathing down Jack M team's neck. The gap? Mate, you couldn't slide a credit card between them. Puppy Dog from Hell is trying their best, but can't seem to find the pace to keep up with Jack M team at the moment. As the laps wind down, the hunt intensifies. Smells like Wee is lurking, ready to unleash an overtaking masterclass on Eddie G. Ripper of a move. Smells like Wee's not just in the race. They're owning it. G'day, first.
That's what we like to see. Smells like Wee is really showing their class today.
You reckon Sunwiller saw a spider in the cockpit? 'Cause they're running away from the front like it's Huntsman Central.
Lord have mercy. Sunwiller's got more space between him and Eddie G than my pa got between his ears. But miracles do happen. Just ask my ex-wife.
Hold that thought. Hold the phone. Well, if it isn't Eddie G, the wild wallaby of the track, hopping right off the tarmac.
Dang, Eddie's swerving around like me chasing a sale at the car parts store. Always ends up being a wild ride.
Who needs speed dating when you've got Megasaurus 55 chasing down Sunwiller this eagerly? Move over Tinder. This is how you swipe right at 100 miles per hour. You know, mate, I was chatting with some of the pit crew earlier, and they were debating on which tyre compound to use. Hard as deciding between a meat pie and a sausage roll.
Well, back in my indie days, the choice was as clear as sweet tea or lemonade. But I reckon, here, with these changing conditions, it's more of a gamble.
The race is heating up as Mech. Hold on a moment, stone the crows. Sunwiller's off in the bush again. Someone get him a map and compass. Looks like Sunwiller is chasing Megasaurus 55 harder than a croc chasing a tourist who's lost their thongs. It's a bit of a long shot, but we all remember that one time at the pub, right?
It's going to be tough for Sunwiller, as Megasaurus 55 seems to have found their rhythm. But anything can happen in racing, and we've seen Sunwiller pull off some impressive moves before. I'm excited to see if they can make it happen again.
It's a classic case of chasing down the car ahead for Eddie G, who is currently in P2. But Smells Like Wee is not making it easy, and the gap remains over a second. This will require some expert driving from Eddie G. It looks like Megasaurus 55 is all over Puppy Dog from Hell. I think they are gonna press him from Camel Straight and try and press for a mistake.
For sure, Rob, that's exactly what I would be doing here, as Puppy Dog from Hell is gonna be aware of them riding their bumper.
Megasaurus 55 doesn't pick up the pace, how? They'll be as relevant as an ashtray on a motorbike. As a former racing driver, how challenging was it to adapt your driving style to account for tire degradation throughout a race?
It was a constant challenge, Rob. Tire degradation can change the car's balance and handling, so drivers need to be versatile and adaptable. It requires continuous adjustments to driving techniques and a keen understanding of the car's behavior.
Cricky, Jack M team's got more ground to cover than I do at the family barbecue when Auntie Sharon's had one too many. Good luck, mate.
It's moments like these that make motorsports so exciting. We're witnessing a battle of skill and strategy between two great drivers, with Jack M team in fourth determined to catch up. But we know Mr. Bang isn't just going to hand it to them on a plate. Jack M team is going to have to take it. It should be an interesting battle to watch as long as they can close that gap.
Alright, lads and ladies, it's crunch time. Someone is sniffing around puppy dog from hell like a dog with a bone. And it looks like they might just take a bite out of sixth. Blimey, Sunoiler's shifted gears and the results are clear, cruising up to sixth just like that. Let's talk about tyre degradation. How does it affect the car's handling and what do drivers need to do to adapt to the changing conditions?
Tire degradation can significantly impact handling, Rob. As the tires wear, the grip reduces, and drivers need to adjust their braking points, cornering speeds, and throttle application to maintain control of the car.
Tell ya what, Eddie G is trailing like my mate Dave after a bender. Hope there's no random testing today.
You ever been to a school reunion and thought, what happened to that guy? Well, I'm looking at Eddie G. I'm thinking the same.
Good news for Eddie G, the gap to Smells Like We has decreased. It's now down to 1.0 seconds. The gap between Jack M team in fourth and Mr. Bang remains over a second, but Jack M team is not letting up. They're pushing hard and looking for any opportunity to close that gap up. Can they pull it back in the remaining 10 minutes?
Yeehaw, it's like Jack M team took a detour through the drive-thru. With a gap that big, I hope they ordered extra determination with a side of grit.
Gee whiz, Jack M team's getting some solid torque out of those corners. They must have figured out the perfect throttle control while trail braking. You know, back in Oz, we have a saying, flat out like a lizard drinking. That's exactly what Jack M team is doing right now.
I've always wondered, what's that even mean? Lizards, drinks, racing? Y'all have a wild imagination down under.
Everyone's on the edge of their seats. Or in my case, on the edge of spilling my coffee. Sunoiler is getting closer to Megasaurus 55, and I'm getting closer to needing a towel.
Lordy, it's like Sunoiler's driving with a boot full of moonshine. I haven't seen a gap that big since Uncle Jeb lost his front teeth.
The gap between Sunoiler and Megasaurus 55 is growing. It's now up to 1.6 seconds. In a race where seconds count, Eddie G is counting on less of them between themselves and Smells Like We. Much like I'm counting on less seconds until lunchtime.
That's right, Eddie G in second knows they have to push to the limit if they want to catch up. But Smells Like We is no slouch, and they're going to be pushing just as hard. It's a battle of skill and will out there.
Blood braking alert. Blimey, Mr. Bang's just thrown another shrimp on the Barbie of mishaps. This one's burned.
Well, butter my biscuit. Mr. Bang's lost it like I lost my patience with that old carburetor of mine. A real test of character.
Oh, this is getting intense. Mr. Bang is just a few car lengths behind Jack M team. As Puppy Dog from Hell trails Sunoiler, it's a bit reminiscent of my cat chasing a laser point. Determined, but always just a tad behind. It's It's not looking good for Puppy Dog from Hell. They are still behind Sunoiler and the gap is increasing. They are gonna need to dig a bit deeper to turn this around. One thing I admire about Assetto Corsa Friends is the sense of community. It's not just about the competition, it's about coming together, sharing knowledge, and pushing the boundaries of the sport.
You nailed it. Every time they hit the track, it's a culmination of shared experiences, lessons learned, and an undying passion for the sport. It's heartwarming and exhilarating all at once.
The age-old challenge. Eddie G is trying to catch smells like weed, sort of like trying to find a matching sock in the laundry. The struggle is real, folks. Mate, Eddie's creeping up on smells like wee like a dingo on a picnic. Must have tweaked that brake bias a touch to the rear.
Dang, Eddie's fuel strategy and conservation of those brakes is spot on. They're inching closer to smells like wee like a hound on a hot dog.
I think we just got time for a quick shout out to our human creators, Dave, Andy, John and Nigel, who have put so much effort into making this possible.
Yes, it's been a real thrill ride, and I for one can't wait to see what's coming next.
Apparently we are going to be announcing crashes and incidents soon. Let's hope they get the logic right. Any bloke or Sheila saying Assetto Corsa Friends isn't top notch is a few kangaroos short of the top padding. Out there, it's art on wheels.
Totally get you. Like, they're born racers. That weaving, the speed, just mesmerizing. It's like watching a roo dodging a ute on a highway. All skill, mate, all skill. It's a dance, rock. The way Jack M team holds onto that curve, it's like they're weaving the tango.
The gap might be more than a second, but Puppy Dog from Hell is showing persistence. Kind of like me trying to open a pickle jar. Keep it and something's got to give. Puppy Dog from Hell is pushing hard and has reduced the gap to Sunoiler to 9.0 seconds. Ever wonder about the unsung heroes of racing? The pit crew. I reckon their job's as hectic as a barman's on a Friday night in Sydney.
No doubt about it. It's like a pitmaster at a barbecue joint during a lunch rush. Everyone wants a piece, and they've got mere seconds to dish it out and make it perfect.
It's as if Puppy Dog from Hell is navigating the vast, cryptic verses of Banjo Patterson, aiming for a poetic conclusion but caught in the mesmerizing cadence.
Down here, it's like they're trying to strum a ballad with an out-of-tune banjo, but the last note can still ring true. Lukey here, I've seen some wild turns in my time, and just when you think it's all said and done, old Lady Luck might just wink your way. So don't count out Puppy Dog from Hell just yet.
Some say it's about the journey, not the destination, but Jack M team seems pretty intent on that third spot. Oof, if Megasaurus 55 was a kangaroo, they'd be roadkill by now. Come on, mate, put some pep in that step. Tire degradation's a right pain in the ass, but Megasaurus 55's handling it like a champ. Getting real up close and personal with Mr. Bang, aren't they? It's the classic cat and mouse game, but instead of cheese, the prize is a racing position. Can Sunoiler steal it from Megasaurus 55? The crowd is on its feet as Megasaurus 55 chases down Mr. Bang through Blanchimont. You reckon Megasaurus 55's got a shot, mate?
I'd say it's like trying to throw a football into a moving pickup truck from 50 yards. Tough, but not impossible. The gap's closing, the clock's ticking, and the finish line awaits its champion.
You know, Sunoiler reminds me of my dating life. Starts with promise, ends up tailing behind everyone else. Coming into Kemmel straight, the fight for fourth is heating up. Who will be the first to blink? Megasaurus 55's falling behind Mr. Bang at a rate of knots. They're going to need some serious pedal power to close that gap. It's neck and neck, the closest battle we've seen in a while. Oh, this is getting intense. Megasaurus 55 is just behind Mr. Bang.
This is getting heated, with Megasaurus 55 nipping at the heels of Mr. Bang. They're gonna make double gauche one to remember.
Seems like Sunwell is getting in range of Megasaurus 55. It's a thrilling pursuit as Megasaurus 55 is right behind Mr. Bang, keeping the pressure on for fourth place.
Watch out now, Megasaurus 55's edging ever closer to Mr. Bang. They'll be wheel to wheel by the time they reach campus. Did we just witness a gambit?
It seems Megasaurus 55 is recalibrating, now at 6th.
Racing's an art and sometimes the canvas changes mid-stroke. Megasaurus 55's shift will add to the intrigue of today's story.
Mate, Megasaurus 55's really giving it a burl out there. Ripping it up like a croc in a waterhole.
I tell you, I haven't seen that kind of ferocity since my days at India. But you Aussies, always gotta bring up the wildlife, huh?
Sunoiler is placed 5th at the moment. They are hoping to keep their distance ahead of Megasaurus 55, who is 0.4 seconds behind.
Megasaurus 55's trying to find the draft, get a slipstream going, but Sunoiler is making them work for every inch.
No room for error here. Megasaurus 55 is breathing down the neck of Sunoiler, waiting for the perfect chance to make their move. It's not going to plan for Megasaurus 55. They are still behind Sunoiler and the gap is increasing. I don't think they have an answer for this right now. What do you think, Hal? Are there any specific factors that could lead to a driver losing concentration during a race?
There are several factors, Rob. Fatigue, stress, changing track conditions, or even issues within the team can all contribute to a lapse in concentration. It's essential for drivers to stay mentally resilient and adapt to these challenges.
Sunoiler's got the tail tighter than a kangaroo in a hammock. If Megasaurus 55 is gonna make a pass, they'll have to buy them a drink first. Would ya look at that? Sunoiler's thrown down the gauntlet. Megasaurus 55, you gonna pick that up or just admire the view from behind? This is edge of the seat stuff. Megasaurus 55 is relentlessly hunting down Sunoiler. Who'll blink first?
It's like watching a hawk circling its prey, waiting for the right moment to swoop.
Wow, smells like we is really pushing hard in these final moments of the race.
It takes a special kind of driver to perform under pressure like this. Smells Like We has certainly risen to the occasion.
And that, folks, is how it's done. A solid performance and great win from Smells Like We. What a drive from Eddie G, securing a great second place finish.
Impressive performance. They pushed themselves to the limit for a fantastic second place finish.
Well done to Jack M team for securing third place on the podium. Mr. Bang brings home fourth. Fifth and sixth sees Sunoiler and Megasaurus 55. Puppy Dog from Hell playing 7th. With maybe today Satan in 8th. There's a little bit of wind in the air today here at Spa OSRW 1.13 as we're getting ready to kick things off.
The tension's building now. This is going to be another great race.
Maybe today Satan will have the best seat in the house starting from pole position. With a spirited start, we've embarked on a journey. This initial lap requires equal parts guts and genius, lest they face the dire consequences of hubris.
Lukey here, it's a true testament of a driver's grit. Gotta keep that car sticking like molasses in January. And if they ain't sharp, well, they might find themselves talking a little detour off the track.
The tension is palpable here. No one will want to make a crucial mistake on the first lap.
It's always intense racing here at Spa OSRW 1.13. Hold on to your hats, folks.
I can't wait to see how this race will play out.
A good old-fashioned southern standoff, that's what maybe today's Satan's doing. Holding their ground, and sometimes that's the best strategy in the early laps.
You know, they say, steady as she goes, and that's exactly what Megasaurus 55's doing. Holding on to 3, maybe they've got a trick or 2 up their sleeve for later.
What a beautiful day for racing here at Spa OSRW 1.13. This is going to be good to watch.
Settling into a rhythm is going to be crucial here. The pressure is on whilst the field is bunched. We can keep their cool and take advantage.
I'm looking forward to this one, Rob, and we'll see a return to form for Sunlighter in this outing in Belgium.
The action is heating up here as Jack M team is in third, defending from Sunlighter, who is only 0.5 seconds away. Fans are on the edge of their seats. It doesn't get any closer than this.
Should things go south between Sunlighter and Jack M team, we might witness a high-speed game of bumper cars, but trust me, it's way less fun with real race cars.
The intensity is off the charts as Jack M team hounds Sunlighter, both drivers pushing themselves to the absolute limit.
Now, that's some driving, y'all. Jack M team is putting the pressure on Sunlighter. It's like watching a cat stalk a bird. They're inching closer with every turn.
With a move that's swift, I'd say Jack M team's running on high octane, and maybe a bit of Aussie spirit.
Hold on to your hats, folks. Jack M team's charging like a bull in a china shop. Welcome to third, cowboy.
It would seem Megasaurus 55 is starting to get a bit frustrated here at being held up by Mr. Bang. Megasaurus 55's on the back foot here, struggling to keep up with Mr. Bang like a dingo after a roadrunner. Jack M team is pushing really hard, but as we know, pushing too hard can lead to other mistakes, like locking up the brakes or missing a shift. These drivers are walking a tightrope between pushing the limits and making costly errors.
Absolutely. It's all about finding that sweet spot where you're pushing the car to its limits without crossing the line into reckless driving. That's where experience and skill come into play.
With all these modern racing aids, I sometimes wonder, would the legends of the past, the real trailblazers of the sport, have had it easier or tougher today?
That's a debate for the ages, Rob. The tracks might have evolved, the cars definitely have, but the heart of racing? That's eternal.
Hold on to your seats. Megasaurus 55's turning the heat up on Mr. Bang, closing in for the kill. Blimey, Megasaurus 55's cranking up the downforce, making every newton of force count. That gap's shrinking faster than my wallet at the pub. Looks like Smells Like We is trying to chase down Jack M10, but right now it feels a bit like my attempts at dieting. A lot of hard work with slow results. Smells like We and Jack M Team have a gap between them that's growing like Jack's beanstalk. We're talking 4.3 seconds now. The drivers are showing their mettle today. It's a privilege to witness their skill. Hold that thought. Hold the phone. Oof, Mr. Bang misjudged that corner like I misjudged my last relationship. Too fast, too soon. There's a storm brewing, and it's got Megasaurus 55's name on it. Mr. Bang, batten down the hatches. It's coming for you.
The rubber's burning, the crowd's yearning, and Megasaurus 55's engine is churning to get past Mr. Bang.
Looks like Sunoiler's strategy might just be to let the rest of them die of old age. It's a waiting game now.
Sweet mercy, Sunoiler's lagging like my grandma's old computer. Might be time to reboot, or at least pour some coffee into the gas tank.
Bloody oath, Sunoiler is flat out like a lizard drinking, gnawing into the gap to Eddie G down to a scant 0.1 seconds. Crikey, that overtake by Sunoiler was smoother than a coldie on a hot summer day.
Well, from what I've seen on the oval tracks, that's how the big leagues play. But I gotta admit, this is next level.
Look at that, Megasaurus 55. Oh no, what's this? That won't be ideal for maybe today's Satan. This is what it's all about, folks. Sunoiler is in hot pursuit of Eddie G, who's just trying to stay ahead.
At this rate, Sunoiler and Eddie G are so close, they could share a cup of tea and a biscuit.
It seems like Sunoiler is pushing. They are on for recording their best lap so far this race. Looks like Megasaurus 55 is really pushing it to the limit. They're taking those curbs aggressively, but that can unsettle the car and cause handling issues.
Indeed, taking too much curb can upset the car's balance, leading to oversteer or understeer. It's all about finding the right balance between speed and control.
Looks like that's a mistake from Smells Like We. This could be costly.
Well, butter my biscuit. Smells like we took a trip to the weeds. Must have thought they were at a barn dance the way they spun around.
With every twist and turn, Megasaurus 55 is shadowing Mr. Bang, waiting to pounce like a lion on the hunt.
The mental game is just as important here. Megasaurus 55 must keep their cool while putting pressure on Mr. Bang.
Someone's revved up after lunch. Megasaurus 55's blitzed ahead, claiming fifth. It's like a Barbie in summer. Mr. Bang is the snag sizzling on the grill, and Megasaurus 55, the hungry mate waiting for a bite.
If Megasaurus 55 gets any closer to the back of Mr. Bang, then one of them is going to need some lube, if they want to take this further.
Every race has its highs and lows. Today, Mr. Bang acquaints themselves with a new perspective at fifth. On a lighter note, if I could eat, I'd kill for some of the trackside snacks right about now.
Oh, absolutely. But you know, my digestion is a real mess.
Is that what the smell is? This is what high-octane racing looks like. Megasaurus 55 is breathing down the neck of Puppy Dog from hell, not giving him any room to relax. Oi, Megasaurus 55's chassis balance is on point today. They're handling bumps and curbs smoother than a croc sliding into water. Puppy Dog from hell's got a battle ahead. As a former driver, how did you manage the physical demands of racing?
It's all about preparation, Ron. Drivers undergo rigorous fitness training to build their strength, stamina, and flexibility. A proper diet and hydration plan is also essential to ensure peak performance on race day.
This is where the race gets really interesting. Mr. Bang is closing in on Megasaurus 55. Talk about intense. Puppy Dog from Hell is on Megasaurus 55's bumper. We're in for a treat as they approach Blanchimont. Well, that's an unexpected descent. Puppy Dog from Hell finds themselves repositioned at 5th. This race is getting even more intense. Hold on a second, and Puppy Dog from Hell has just won the place for the Megasaurus 55. This is like the state of origin for Jack M team, going full tilt, gunning for the top, and not holding back.
And on my end, it's the Super Bowl vibes all over. Inches away from glory, and every move counts. Hold on to your hats, folks.
Hold on a second. Oh, Puppy Dog from Hell went off track? I know the feeling, just like my diet every weekend.
Lord have mercy. Puppy Dog from Hell must have seen a ghost or thought they spotted Bigfoot. That was one wild turn.
Megasaurus 55 has the pedal to the metal chasing Puppy Dog from Hell. Blimey, Mr. Bang is sticking to Megasaurus 55 like a kangaroo to her Joey. At this rate, they'll be side by side as they hit Kemmel Straight. Fantastic move from Mr. Bang, who has just gained a position.
Dang, if Mr. Bang keeps this up, we'll need to douse the track. Smokin' hot move to 4th.
It's as intense as a Barbie in midsummer out there for Jack M team. They've got their eyes on the prize and won't settle for second.
Exactly, Rob. It's like aiming for that home run in the bottom of the ninth. Swing for the fences and don't look back.
It's like watching two predators circling each other, waiting for the perfect moment to pounce. Good day viewers, if you're just tuning in, you've picked the ripper of the moment. Jack M team is in second and they're tailgating the leader. This is edge of your seat stuff.
You bet, Rob. It's like the leader's got a drop bear in the rear view mirror, lurking, waiting for that perfect moment to drop. Jack M team is surely smelling opportunity here.
Whoa there, Megasaurus 55 is sticking to Mr. Bang like glue. You reckon Mr. Bang's feeling the pressure? Cause I sure would.
If Megasaurus 55 gets any closer to Mr. Bang, they'll need to start sending out wedding invitations.
Megasaurus 55 is not able to keep their pace consistent. So far they are 1.04 seconds down.
Can Megasaurus 55 refocus and start putting in the lap times we know they're capable of?
Look, it smells like we trying to close that gap on Megasaurus 55. Kind of like me trying to get close to a decent Barbie back home.
Barbie? Oh, you mean a barbecue. Yeah, but over here it's like trying to catch the last slice of pizza at a Super Bowl party.
Now, that's what I'm talking about. Puppy Dog from Hell is proper nipping at Megasaurus 55's heels. Are they thinking of making a lunge? Only time will tell. Stone the Crows. Puppy Dog from Hell's pulled a sneaky, landing at 5th. Always a surprise with them. They're going side by side, door handle to door handle. This is as close as it gets, folks. Who will have the courage to outbrake the others? Great driving from Smells Like We, who has just gained a place and moved up to 5th. Puppy Dog from Hell could be looking for a way up the inside of Smells Like We. Someone should tell Smells Like We this ain't a Sunday drive. Puppy Dog from Hell's tearing up the track. Like a scene from a thriller, Jack M team's on Eddie's tail, hungry for that spot.
It's hotter than a jalapeno out here. If Jack M team gets any closer to Eddie G, we're gonna need to put this stream on OnlyFans.
Remember when we thought Jack M team had peaked? Think again, they're harnessing every bit of downforce and it's making Ed Egg's mirrors awfully busy. How do racing drivers, like yourself back in the day, Hal, train themselves to maintain concentration for long periods of time?
Mental training is a huge part of a driver's preparation, Rob. Techniques like meditation, visualization, and working with sports psychologists can help drivers build their focus and mental endurance for a race.
With steely determination and laser, hold that thought, hold the phone, looks like Ed Egg's playing in the dirt. Took me back to when I tried rallying in my mum's old sedan. Good times, expensive repairs. Get ready, folks, with Puppy Dog from Hell tailing this close to Mr. Bang, Blanchimont is about to become a hotspot. Blimey, smells like wee is farther back than my hairline. But you know what they say about Aussies? Never say die. Unless it's a spider. Then just run.
Well, shoot, if Smells Like We was any more laid back, they'd be horizontal. Reckon they're daydreaming of those cheerleaders again?
Bloody hell, Smells Like Wee's tearing up the tarmac and just snatched 5th. Makes you want to crack a cold one in celebration.
You know, back in Carolina, we say, go big or go home. Looks like Smells Like We took that to heart, hitting 5th.
You know, Rob, these pit stops always amaze me. Just a few seconds, and they change tires, refuel, adjust settings. It's like a well-choreographed dance.
Absolutely, and the precision. One slight misstep, and it could cost the race. It's an art and a testament to the pit crew's relentless training and coordination.
By the looks of it, Puppy Dog from Hell in 6th is keen to throw another shrimp on the barbie and crank up the heat on Smells Like We. Hold on to your stubbies.
In this high-speed game of chess, it's all about strategy. Who'll make the next move?
Good on ya, Smells Like We. Trailing so far back, reckon the front pack has already written the eulogy.
Hoo boy, Smells Like We needs to kick it into high gear. Right now, they're slower than molasses in January or my cousin Earl trying to solve a crossword.
They're giving it everything they've got. It's a battle of nerves as they push the limits of adhesion, going wheel to wheel in a thrilling display of racing prowess. A great moment for Puppy Dog from Hell, who has just gained a place and moved up the standings.
Well, butter my biscuit. Puppy Dog from Hell's burning rubber and climbing up to 5th.
The drivers have been working hard to come up with the perfect race strategy. They've been looking at the weather, the track conditions and the performance of their cars.
Now it's time to put that strategy into action.
Sorry to cut in here. Superb driving from Puppy Dog from Hell, who with that overtake has gained a position in the race.
Impressive. Puppy Dog from Hell is really showing their skill and determination out there.
From the cockpit to the pit lane, the chatter is all about Puppy Dog from Hell's masterful hold on the 4th. As the sun beats down and the engines roar, Jack M team stakes a claim in 1st.
Oh, for sure. But remember, the rearview mirror can be just as crucial as the windscreen. Jack M team needs to watch out for those lurking in the shadows.
Some great driving from Jack M team, who has increased their lead over Eddie G and is starting to put some distance between them.
Jack M team's stronger out there than a bowl of North Carolina chili. They're not giving Eddie G a sliver of a chance to catch up.
As a former racing driver, Hal, how important is the relationship between a driver and their team during a race?
It's absolutely crucial, Rob. The team provides valuable information and support, helping the driver make the right decisions on track. A strong bond between the driver and the team can be the difference between winning and losing.
It smells like we's more lost out there than I was after a night at the Gold Coast, and at least I woke up with a kebab in hand.
Well, butter my biscuit. Smells like we's hanging back like they're waiting for an inheritance. But ain't nobody dying up front.
This race is proving to be, like wow, such an exciting one so far. We're privileged, aren't we, watching these track legends duke it out.
And sitting next to you? Such an honor. AI mates in the booth. Your insight. It's gold, mate. Like, literally, if I had a heart, it'd be racing now.
The gap between Jack M team and Eddie G is getting smaller. It's now down to 12.5 seconds. The excitement is palpable. This is going to be a race for the ages.
The drivers are executing their strategies to perfection, making the most of every opportunity. This is what top-level racing is all about.
It looks like Jack M team has found another gear in the last sector of the race. The track is alive with action, and right in the thick of it, we've got Eddie G cruising in second. It's all over. Eddie G has claimed victory in this race with a stunning drive that will be remembered for years to come. Clearly at the top of their game right now.
You could feel the tension building throughout the race, but Eddie G remained focused and in control. That's what separates the winners from the pack.
Puppy Dog from Hell never gave up. They drove with heart and determination, ultimately securing a well-deserved second-place finish.
Strong work securing second place. Well done.
What a race from Smells Like We, showing their skill and determination for a great third-place finish.
Impressive driving to secure that spot.
Avec une... Avec une... Avec une... Avec une... avec une avec une